Hey everybody, I'm hoping that everybody's comfortable and ready for a quick session this afternoon. This is Bill Wilkins again at the Oak Creek Home Center. We're going to go live today and have a quick discussion about the process of buying a manufactured home. Earlier on, we talked a little bit about the ways to discover your family's needs and talked a little bit about how to design and equip your new manufactured or modular home. Today, we're going to step into a little bit about the financing on a home and some of the processes and steps that it's good to be prepared for. Before we dive into that, I just want to show you a little bit about the home that we're in. It's a really pretty house. It's called the Olympian. It's been one of our very, very popular homes. We'll show it to you real quick and just kind of give you a little bit of a teaser as we go through it. I'm going to do a more in-depth live video tour of this home on Saturday, on my Saturday showcase. But just wanted you to kind of see the home that we're in. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home. It's got a lot of feature, like the little arch entryway that goes back to the kids' rooms. Kids' rooms are really good size back here. Kind of step in. Again, I'm just going to go pretty fast, but I want you to see the crown moldings, the baseboards, full tape and texture feature in this home. Really nice sized guest bathroom. That cupboard on the right there opens up into the laundry room, so you can use it as a laundry chute if you want. And then the other bedroom here for the kids' rooms. And we'll kind of cruise through pretty quick. One of the things that's really nice in this home is it's got a lot of light. Big windows that happen to make my screen go dark. That's part of the beast. A really nice built-in entertainment center that's in here with the shiplap backsplash on it, or the backboard. We've done the beamed ceilings in this home, and a really attractive kitchen. We'll be spending a little bit of time there in a little bit, but your wood cabinets, wood cabinet styles, GE appliances, full brick backsplash. Of course, the really, really popular barn door slider that opens up to the pantry. And then the really big, big windows that are here on the back side of this oversized dining area. So if you're looking for a home that has a lot of presentation without a lot of price, this would be a great home for you. Got the stainless steel farm sink. And look how nice this thing opens up. Again, there's that big dining area. And just a really attractive front living room. I'm going to give you a quick peek into the master. It's a really large master. Love the little soffit built in there that goes above the headboard. It's got a good sized walk-in closet. And then I think one of the centerpieces of this home is this really attractive master bathroom. When you come into the master bathroom, you've got dual vanities with an open knee space for Mrs. or Mr., I guess. Got a private commode area here with a door on it. Also has a little window in there. And then full ceramic tile shower, which has really, really been popular. This is a 60-inch ceramic tile shower, along with 3-door linen cabinet storage capability, and then the country style tub. So what do you guys think of the tub? I really like it. It's a kind of a neat presentation in here with the transom window over the top. Really have had good success in showing this home. A lot of people have utilized it in getting things set up for themselves. So I'm going to set my camera down, and I'm going to turn around and get to the other side of it so that you can kind of see what I'm doing. And then we'll kind of go through a few of the details on the presentation today. I do want to tell you, if anybody has any questions on the financing or any of the things that we talk about, I'm happy to chat with you and kind of go over those things with you. I put this down and get it turned around where I can kind of see what you're seeing. So when you talk about purchasing a manufactured home, got to get a prop, hold on. There's some different things that you need to take into account. And the financing is certainly one of the things that we want to talk about. It's important you understand in financing, as you look at that package, I oftentimes tell my customers that a loan program is a lot like a long stem rose. It's got a wonderful blossom, smells great, it's got a very beautiful part, but guys, you got to remember there are some thorns on the stem. So we have to do the things that we need to prepare you so we can skip as many of the thorns and get to the blossom of that loan. I think that you'll find this helpful to you today as we go through some different things and kind of cover a few of the different points. The first thing I do need to tell you is I am not a licensed mortgage loan originator. I'm not an attorney and I'm not a dentist, but I am a good home sales consultant, as are many of my co-workers here at the Oak Creek Home Center. So understand that your home consultant isn't here to make the loan for you, but your home consultant is here to try and help you, guide you through the process. So let's talk a little bit about some common questions. A lot of times people will ask me, what kind of credit score do I need to be able to access a loan? And it's a great question, because everything, the society that we live in is a credit-driven sort of society. And so having a good credit score really helps. Now, that's not to say that you can't get financing if your credit score has got some bumps and bruises on it. Those are some things that you need to discuss with your home consultant when you go in to meet them and look at some homes. So in short, or I guess a kind of long answer to that short question, what does my credit score need to be? Credit scores typically that lenders are looking for are going to be north 620 or higher. Now, there are groups of lenders and we have access to those, so don't let that frighten you if you happen to be below that. But we have other lenders that'll work anywhere from a 580 to the 620. So really, I would tell you from a 580 to 620 or higher is a very workable credit score range. There are other factors that we'll go into here in a moment that also contribute to your ability to gain financing. You can get a copy of your credit report. Everybody is entitled to one free credit report every year. You can go to annualcreditreport.com, and there you should be able to pull your credit scores and see kind of where you're at on things. Now, if you happen to be a little bit out of bounds, a little bit below that 580, man, it is so important that you come talk to your home consultant and let them help you with some suggestions on some things that you could do to affect your credit report and your credit score and get it up to where we need it to. Another common question that we get asked a lot is, what kind of down payment do we need to have? And that's going to depend on a little different things. The down payment will depend upon, of course, your credit score, but it's also going to depend on the type of loan that you do and your overall credit profile. And generally what I wanted to dive in today is tell you a little bit about the two types of loans that you can encounter that are useful in manufactured housing and modular housing, and give you a little bit of brief on those. So in general, the two different types of loans that are available, one is a government-backed loan, such as VA, USDA, or FHA, and those utilize government-backed guarantees to help bring the credit score requirement to that 620 or higher generally, but your down payments are lower there, usually a 3.5% to 5% down payment. VA and USDA does have some programs that's available with zero down. And I'm going to talk to you in a minute about another way you can do a zero cash down, even if you're not VA or FHA eligible. I generally tell my customers in terms of down payment that I recommend that you be prepared to start with a 5% down payment at a minimum. I know we've kind of all been programmed thinking that lower is better, but the reality is the more down payment that you can put in builds the equity in your home so much faster. And I recommend you come as strong as you can with your down payment and let your home consultant know what is available for you to work with. So the two types of loans, government-backed loans, and then the other one that we call non-conforming or chattel loans or land in lieu loans, basically function like private banks. They're oftentimes able to work with a little bit lower credit scores. They're able to be a little bit more creative in some of their financing offers, and it can give you a great opportunity to streamline a loan program. So now let's talk a little bit about land, because that's another thing. People ask me, do I have to have land, or I already have land, or do I have to go into a mobile home community? So let me kind of tackle those for you one at a time. I figure that my customers come from one of two places. They either got land or need land. So that's one of the two things that we try and flesh out at the beginning. Again, depending upon the loan program, you may not need to own the land. A lot of times there are family members that have land available that you could put your home onto, and that can provide you with a home site so that we can do the financing for you. If you have land, and this is something to kind of take into account, if you have land, there is a possibility that you can do a zero cash down loan program utilizing the equity that you already have built up in your land. So the lender would allow you to substitute the value of your land in lieu of the cash to accomplish their equity requirement. I've done a lot of loans for a lot of folks where the down payment cash requirement has been very low and oftentimes zero if we have enough land equity to create the satisfaction for the lender. If you need land, you don't have to have it in order to buy a home. We do need to be able to know kind of where we want to put the home, but your home consultant can generally guide you into some different ways that you can find land. Most of the loan programs that we deal with will allow you to add the land into the loan package, and you can accomplish the land and home purchase together all at one time so that you have one payment. I oftentimes tell my customers that there are three basic parts to every loan program. There's going to be the home that you choose, the land that you need, and the site work, the site construction, which we're going to cover that next week, to prepare the site for the home so that we can put the entire package together. And when we go into securing the financing, there are a few pointers that I want to give out to you that I think can be helpful. Again, understand that your home consultant is not the bank. They are there to help expedite the paperwork and the documentation, answer questions, and kind of walk with you through that process. This might be your first time ever applying for a loan, and that's wonderful. We love first-time home buyers. You may have purchased 3 or 4 before, but I can promise you this, your home consultant has helped many, many, many people, and the personnel in that office have put together lots and lots of packages. They will guide you into the proper places to go and make suggestions for you. You get to choose the lender, but they'll make suggestions to you on how best to present yourself to that lender. So when you go to visit your builder or your home dealership, the first thing I tell you that I think that you should be prepared for is be prepared to initiate the project and initiate the process with what we call a good faith deposit or an earnest money deposit. That deposit shows your good faith, your good intent to the lender. It will be receipted by your dealership. You'll get a receipt for it. It's 100% refundable up to the point that appraisals and surveys have to be ordered. But it does show the lender that you're intent about getting the loan package. And I recommend coming as strong as you can with that deposit. We're going on a blind date with a lender, and I want to dress you up as nice as I can. So we want to put the best outfit on you as possible when we go into those. So a good strong deposit, earnest money deposit, if you've got your down payment, put that in and show the lender that you're serious about doing this transaction. When you fill out the application, filling out the application process can be a little bit daunting. We've got some great home consultants that again can help you through that. We've got some avenues that you can actually do this from home with your home consultant and do an online application so that you don't have to leave, you don't have to go away. So it's a great thing to be doing right now to research, even if you're a few months out or several months out, find out what the lender's going to say. So when you do the application, you need to provide as much accurate information as you can about time of employment, the amount of your income, and we use pre-tax dollars for income calculations. And then also any other sources of income, whether it be a self-employment income, Social Security, disability, those types of other incomes can be valuable to you in being qualified for the loan. Documentation is king. So you will need to have the ability to document the things that you put onto your application and verify to the lender that those things are actually happening. Check stubs are very important. W-2s are very important. Tax returns, any land information, the copy of the deed, the tax information on the land. I've got a list, if you would like, I've got a list that we prepare for our customers that gives them a list of items that are most frequently requested by the lender. And if you'll just mention it in the comments or in a message here on the presentation, I'll provide you with a copy of that form so that you can begin preparing yourself for that application process. Credit scores are something that we visited about just a little bit before. I just want you to know that when you make an application, I think it's a good idea to apply to 2 or 3 lenders in one shot so that we've got several that are competing for your business. In the mortgage loan application process, applying to one lender versus 3 lenders doesn't have any different effect on your credit score. Any applications or inquiries that are sent out over a 30-day period roughly in a mortgage loan don't multiply the dings on your credit. So you might as well take advantage of it, find out what the other lenders can do for you, and get a good feel of the playing field. Another common question that people will ask me is the amount of my payment. And we touched on this a little bit last week, but the payment usually, it depends on the loan that you go through, but usually your payment will run about 1% of what you plan on borrowing. So that'll give you kind of a rule of thumb that you can estimate where your monthly payments are going to be. Now again, sometimes on different loan applications, that can be a little bit lower, about 0.8%, 0.808% of the total amount borrowed, but at least that'll kind of give you a roundabout way to estimate what monthly payments could be. So anyway, just to kind of recap in this, the things that are important in the financing, one, if you can, kind of get an idea where your credit score is at so you can share that with your home consultant. That will allow them to make good recommendations about which loan program you may or may not qualify for. The second thing that I would tell you to do is try and come with as strong of a deposit and down payment as you can so that you can prove to the lender that you're intent and you're serious about making the application. Third thing, when you fill out the application, make it legible. Do it online if you can, and let your home consultant kind of guide you through it. Be accurate with your information and be complete with your information. This is no time to withhold information from the lender. Tell them what's going on. And then the last thing is try and buckle in and have a mindset that you understand that there are going to be additional documentation requests made by the lender to help you get your loan. Everything that the lender is doing and everything that your home consultant is doing is for your benefit. We're working very hard to try and help you get the loan. By you being cooperative with us and helping us with that, we'd sure appreciate it, and we think we can help you get a beautiful home like this home that we looked at earlier. I hope you enjoyed today's presentation. Again, if you would like to have a list of the items that are most commonly requested by the lender, just make a mention in here. We've got people standing by to chat with you and answer questions. If you've got questions about how do I apply online, how do I determine what my credit score is, all of those resources are absolutely available to you. Just give us a little bit of a shout here at Oak Creek Homes. We've got over 18 different display centers that are doing virtual tours. We can do online presentations. We want to keep you guys safe, but we want to keep you home. So thanks for joining me today. We'll be back next week at the same time for another presentation on the steps and processes of buying a manufactured home. I hope you had a great day. I did. Thanks.